Following the aftermath of the Niners losing Super Bowl 58 to the Kansas City Chiefs, this front office might have to make some difficult financial decisions. And those decisions, they're already on the horizon with the offseason quickly approaching, with the NFL Scouting Combine coming up later this month, free agency, and the draft after that. So on today's show, if the 49ers have to keep one wide receiver and then trade another, I would extend Brandon Aiyuk and keep him, and I would trade away Deebo Samuel. You think I'm crazy? Let me know down in the comments section. What would you do if you had to pick one to keep? Is it Deebo Samuel? Is it Brandon Aiyuk? Embrace debate. I'm fascinated to see where the fan base is at on this particular subject matter. And today's 49ers Report is sponsored by Manscape. Get 20% off and free shipping on the best, most elite men's grooming products. All of us, after that loss to Kansas City, feel as though we got kicked in the balls, but that doesn't mean that you can't take care of your balls. Join the 10 million men worldwide who have put their trust in Manscaped. 2024 is here in full swing. That means it's time for a New Year's resolution check-in with your friends at Manscaped. Newsflash, never too late to level up your grooming game and keep your George W. Bush tamed. Manscaped's new Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra, every man's cheat code to look good, feel good. Turn the page on confidence this year. You can look yourself in the mirror and say, dang, I look pretty good. Or you can turn to your significant other and they'll be like, wow, you look awesome. The Performance Package, $111.99 if you use our code 49ers20 at manscaped.com/49ers. Trusted by over 10 million men across the globe. Now is your time to get a grip on your grooming with our exclusive offer. One more time for the faithful, manscaped.com/49ers. Link is dangling down in the comments section, and it's in the description of this video. Now, the purpose of this conversation here, we're about to show you the top cap hits on the San Francisco 49ers going into the 2024 season. And when you lose the Super Bowl, the pressure gets ratcheted up. And the Niners right now are firmly in the pressure cooker. Should have won Super Bowl 54. Should have won Super Bowl 58. And the Niners as an organization feel a need to capitalize with this core. Because if this core group of players on this Niners team don't win a Super Bowl, we're going to look back at this era as a massive what if because of all of the future Hall of Famers, all pros and Pro Bowlers who are on this team. So the pressure is on for the Niners. And San Francisco has a roster that's getting increasingly expensive. The NFL salary cap is going to go up on the uptick once again. It's expected to exceed $240 million for the 2024 season because business continues to be booming, and Niners Chiefs in Super Bowl 58, the most watched telecast of all time with an average viewership of $125 million. As for the aforementioned list of the top 10 cap hits for this team in 2024, contract restructures at a minimum are going to happen in order for the Niners to clear up cap space. Trent Williams, highest cap hit at $31.5 million. He's worth it because he continues to be the best left tackle in the game. Deebo Samuel, that contract has been disappointing, especially when he has a cap hit of $28.5 million. Eric Armstead, good player, overpaid, being paid great player money. Last 2 years, he's missed a lot of time. Cap hit at 28.3. Fred Warner, worth it. Best off-ball linebacker in the NFL, multiple years running, 24.4 there. I'm going to say this right now. I love George Kittle. First 1,000-yard season since 2019. But if there is a star player that you need to trade in order to clear up some cap room with, it might be George Kittle because you can find quality tight ends elsewhere. Charvarius Mooney-Ward, I would extend his contract, which then allows you to defer that money to the back end, and then you can free up money over the next couple of years. Javon Hargrave thought he played well in the Super Bowl despite that torn ligament in his thumb, cap hit of 15.4. Then you have Bosa at 14.5, Christian McCaffrey at 14.1, and Brandon Aiyuk at 14.1 on the fifth year of that fifth-year option. Deebo Samuel is the seventh highest paid wide receiver in the NFL. In the last 2 years, since signing that contract extension, let me just ask you this simple question. Has he been worth being the seventh highest paid wide receiver in the NFL? The answer to that is no. So if you have to keep one, trade one, who are you keeping and trading? For me, I'm keeping and extending Brandon Aiyuk because I think he's the more valuable player. He's the better player, and you can find a gadget weapon for cheaper like Deebo who can still impact the game in a variety of ways for a fraction of the $28 million cap hit that Deebo is on the books for. There is a kicker here, though. Deebo does have a dead cap number of $26.5 million. So if you were to trade him away, you'd have to eat that. So you might as well keep him on the roster this year, but this is going to become a conversation once you don't have to worry about those financial details. But going back to Aiyuk, he's the younger, better, more complete, and durable wide receiver. I don't think that anybody could disagree with that, and this is a classic case in which the numbers do not lie. The last 2 years, Aiyuk has missed a grand total of 1 game, and he has outproduced Deebo by a wide margin. Now, Deebo is one of one. Deebo's a unique player, a home run threat to take it to the crib at any moment. He can play running back. He can carry the ball in a jet sweep, bubble screen, picking up yards after the catch, leads all NFL wide receivers in that category since coming into the league. But his playing style and how he plays and the elements to his game, I think can be found on a cheaper price tag. And for Aiyuk, we've seen this player emerge, get better, improve, and ascend every single year that he's been in the NFL. And I think durability is a big thing here. Because if you're going to extend Brandon Aiyuk, like you extended Deebo Samuel, your hope is that those players are going to be on the field, being productive for you throughout the duration and the length of that contract. Aiyuk's done that. Last 2 years, he's missed 1 game and a total of 2,357 receiving yards. Deebo Samuel has missed 6 games, and he's only compiled 1,524 receiving yards. And look at what Aiyuk did in what was a breakout 2023. And I look pretty damn good because going into 2022, I even said, Aiyuk's a borderline top 10, top 15 guy. I'd take him over CD Lamb. This year, yards per catch, number 2 at nearly 18. Yards per target, number 2 at 12.8. He was the second highest graded wide receiver according to Pro Football Focus, 91.5. EPA, number 2 at 107.3. And despite this being a run-heavy football club, Aiyuk was number 7 in receiving yards with 1,342. So this is certainly an interesting conversation that this front office should have if it hasn't already had that conversation. And moving forward, we got the wheels churning on something to think about here. So we asked you this question earlier. If you didn't answer it yet, if you had to pick one wideout to keep, who are you rolling with? DS for Deebo Samuel, BA for Brandon Aiyuk. Embrace debate down in the comment section here on the San Francisco 49ers Report. And as you venture down there, don't forget to subscribe.